No, they can totally fight a beholder at level 1. Hello there, fans of D&D and Critical Role. My name is Nathan, and I've been a longtime fan of the show and a DM for about 10 years now. I'm here to introduce to you guys a brand new project, CrittercalRole. This is going to be a live-streamed D&D show set in Matthew Mercer's own Tal'Dorei with you guys as the players. So here's the way it's going to work. Mondays from 7 to 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to play a game, and it's going to be 4 to 6 players of you guys. The way it's going to work is every 6 to 8 months, we're going to rotate the players. This will allow us to have enough time to both see cool campaigns, see cool moments, see some character development, see some interpersonal development, see a lot of cool things from this group, but then we get to get a whole new set of critters in. We get to give more people the chance to play, more people the chance to see everything. On top of, we'll still have the opportunity to bring in guests, to do small changes, to do whatever it can work out to be for the show itself. We're looking for 4 to 6 players per campaign. This doesn't have to be the same every time. We can have 4 in one, 6 in another, and then 5 in the next. Not a big deal, but we want at least a decent-sized party in order to give us good character interactions and interesting moments. Our show is going to be very narrative-heavy, very story-driven, very built upon characters' development. That doesn't mean there's not going to be combat, action, and all those things, because one of the things I do want to know from the players that do end up coming along is what kind of games they want to play. We'll build a game around that. However, there is this big narrative-driven, story-heavy element that is one of the things that keeps us all interested in Critical Role, and I'd like to emulate that in our own show. This is going to be set roughly 500 years after the events of Vox Machina in Tal'Dorei. That means that the destruction of the Chroma Conclave, the battle with Vecna, that is history now. It is not a present moment. Most of the characters in the Critical Role Campaign 1 are not going to be people that we can go meet. This will leave us with a clean slate where we can create our own adventure in a familiar setting without just running into callbacks to the old campaign. In 4 to 5 weeks is when I'm hoping to do the first episode. This will give us time to get the applications from the players, more on that in a minute, and build our party, while also letting me time to set up tech to figure out all of the little odds and ends that are going to make the show as smooth and high quality as possible. So, on those applications, if you are interested in playing, the first thing that I'm going to need you to do is send an email to crittercalrole@gmail.com. In this, I'm going to need a little bit of information about you. I want to know your name. I want to know what got you into D&D. What interests you about D&D? Are you someone who likes the action? Are you someone who wants a horror game? Are you someone who wants mystery? What story elements, what plot hooks, what kind of things keep you interested in playing? On top of that, what kind of character do you want to play? Do you want to play a fighter? Do you want to play a Goliath and you don't care what class? Let me know what kind of person you want to be. If you have a little bit of an idea of a backstory, even if it's really rough, do please include that. It'll allow us to create a more diverse and a more interesting party when we can get people that can play off each other a little bit and create some really interesting drama, really interesting story moments, and a cool group dynamic. And then the one last thing I would like you to include is just what is your experience playing D&D? This does not matter. I do not care if you've never played before or if you have played every single day for the last 27 years. All that matters is that you can tell me so that way I can be prepared to know, okay, you're a new player. I'm going to need to give you a few things that might help ease your introduction to the game. Or you're a very experienced player. I'm not going to have to worry about you at all. It's not going to affect your chances of being in the party at all because I want, especially new players, to experience the game. I would like to get 1 or 2 at least people who've never played D&D before. This is a game that is meant to be built around a community that we can get more critters into D&D. The people who've wanted to play, who've never gotten a chance to play because they can't find a group. This is our chance to get them into this wonderful game. One thing though, I do expect a couple things from you if you're going to be playing. First is just a technical thing. I need you to have at least decent mic and video camera. This is just because in order to produce a decent show, we have to be able to hear you, we have to be able to see you. I understand that some people can't do that, and I do apologize, but that is something that we do need because it's going to make the show a good bit better if everyone can hear each other clearly, and facial expression is something that really plays a key part in reading people, in getting emotion across, and so the better we can see you, the better we can all kind of get sucked in and really immerse ourselves in this game. The other thing is, I need commitment from people. It's fine if you miss one once in a while. Not a big deal. But you can't be missing like every other week. I need people that can play at the very least most weeks. Just so that way we can have a consistent, well-done show. Alright, so onto those live events that I touched on earlier. So we have like PAX West coming up in a week. One thing I would really like to do going forward, not for this PAX West, it's way too short notice, but if at these events we could have these larger events of Critters where we're getting together all the people who have experience as a DM or just experienced players and giving people the chance to come together and play face-to-face D&D. As much as online is fun, face-to-face is so much better. So these are chances to really kind of come together as a community and play this game face-to-face, introduce people, get to re-see friends you haven't seen in a while, bring people together, meet new friends. There's a lot of opportunity at these events for us to build some cool stuff. So what I'd like to do is start getting the Crittercal project to organizing these events at PAX West, PAX East, DreamHack maybe, just all around wherever we can get them going, get people playing D&D, get new people into it in a setting with people that they already have something off the bat in common with, so maybe they'll feel more comfortable jumping in and role-playing. So, if you have any questions, you can either send them to the email, and I'll get to them eventually, or I'll post a link to my Twitter in the description, and in there, I will probably respond a lot faster because I'll probably get a notification for it and just see that immediately respond. So any questions, concerns, information, anything like that, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope to hear from a lot of you soon, and I'll see you guys Thursday for Critical Role.